a podcast about nothing.
I've been noticing this push for Black women in the IT world and in technology. It's like blog posts, clubhouse meetings, like groups on the internet. Everybody's just like Black women in tech. It should be a thing. So what do you think the stigma is as to why us as Black women have shied away from the industry? Because from what I'm understanding, it can be simple. It just, I know for me, it sounds complicated. So what do you think
What do you think
sounds
more complicated than what it is?
Most definitely, because I just told her it sounds like you building computers, you figuring out the motherboard, you trying to piece it back together, and I'm like, I'm scared.
Some of us are, and that's another reason I teach, because I want the kids to see that that's not the only job. And there are some IT jobs that you don't even have to touch. The only computer you're touching is the one you're typing the emails on or auditing reports. Like, there's so many different ways for you to be in tech.
So can you break some of those ways down? Because I know for me, because my mind is so far gone, when I hear IT, it's like professional way of saying something really simple. So what are some of the jobs that you've probably participated in, or that you know that are like have stigmas against them, that it's like, okay, guys,
I think of UFOs and
okay.
I'm just being.
Do you think so? This may, I don't know. Like, is artificial intelligence a part of IT?
Yes.
Yeah, AI is. Yep.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Some Teslas.
Yeah, Will Smith and the people who were coming after him.
Wasn't that a movie? Something else. So
was that iRobot, or was it I Am Legend?
I mean, iRobot, I Am Legend, the robots, and he's a legend. So, hey, Will.
She is crazy.
Sorry, you do. I love you. Okay.
But no, that's it. It's, people think it's just one thing, and it's a whole bunch of other moving parts. Like, there's UX, UI, and of course that sounds more complicated than what it is. User interface, the way you're interacting with an app or a website like that. There's somebody that just works on that, how the interface looks for the user. The UX person on the back end is working on how those buttons and different functions work together. That's just one part. That's two jobs, one part of IT. Of course, there's programmers, people that do code, so they don't ever touch servers or switches or motherboards. They're just like, let me write this code, hit execute, make sure this program works. There's
execute.
So coding is basically just how putting together a system to make a program operate.
Yeah, for the most part. But
correctly.
Now that can be making the back end of a website work, making customized functions on a website. So talking to databases, there's tons of roles in IT. Like, I have a DBA that I work with. I couldn't tell if I said, Tracy, can you check? Tracy, she don't know what the motherboard looks. She don't want to hear that from me. And she's in IT. She don't want to hear it. But on that same vein, if I'm trying to set up my system, I was like, I need a database. She's like, well, just run this query. I'm like,
what?
I'm like, can you do it for me? Like, we all have these, there's so many different functions. You don't have to touch the actual computer.